Decent. Brad Smith finishing up in the number 3 spot. It's Shane Keller in the number 4 spot. Michael Carter in 5th and 6th. Then Justin Kelly. 7th is Michael Mercer. Jeremy Parsons in the number 8 spot. And old Frenchie himself, Gregory Paymart, MKS Moto Kicks man on the 444 in 9th. And John Sylvia rounds out the top 10 in Moto 2. As far as the overall is concerned, it is a 1-1 from Mike Brown. Steve Roman looking at a 3-2 for overall 2nd, and Brad Smith a 2-3 for overall 3rd. They will be heading down to see Mikey Waynes in just a few moments, but right now it is women 12 plus off and rolling in this one, and Kylie Stallings coming away with the win in this one. And again, 2 divisions. This that shows you the kind of numbers we had. Hannah Hodges taking a win in her division.
Man, I was watching the start while you were going over the overalls for the last one. We've had 3 different leaders already.
Wow.
Kylie Stallings, Hannah Hodges had the whole shot coming into the corner. Kylie Stallings pulled ahead, and then Brooke Whipple got ahead of them going down in the Gator pit. Now, right now, we're watching a battle for 3rd between Hannah Hodges, Katie Benson, and Ignacius Riveros.
No, it's tough sometimes, but very impressive, Jordan. And again, this women's class, a nail biter to say the least, because it seems like these girls are all peaking right about now as far as their speeds. We saw some great battles on the Supercross track, but I'm telling you, this seems to be where everyone really puts a lot of their effort in, and we're starting to see it shine right here.
Absolutely. Most of these women don't have a terrible amount of Supercross prep underneath of them or time on a Supercross track. As far as I know, the only real woman out here that's had some sort of Supercross career, I guess you'd say, is Hannah Hodges. So obviously she was a favorite coming into it, it's Supercross. But I am watching the battles still between 3rd and 4th. Ignacio Riveros, Katie Benson, and Hannah Hodges are all
right there.
neck right there.
And Brianna Sheltman not far behind, and Mikey Waynes is down on the podium with our top 3 in race 6.
Hey, down here with Brad Smith. Brad Smith, man, a 3rd place finish when it was all said and done, man. Who you want to thank?
Deep South Kawasaki, everybody at MTF, Big B, Colleen, my girlfriend Lauren for coming out. EBS, Factory Connect suspension, Dunlop tires, Sark Clothing, Answer. And anybody else, FMF, appreciate everything they do. Thank you.
Good ride. Make some noise. 3rd place finisher, Brad Smith. All right, Steve Roman, 2nd place. Come on up. Talk to Steve Roman, man. A 2nd place finish. Hey, making Mike Brown work for it.
Oh, I'm trying. I said earlier in the week, well, yesterday or whenever we had our motos, I had terrible gate picks all day, and there's no excuses though. He'd have terrible gate pick in 1, 2, but I just wanted to at least be in the race with him and to know I put a few laps down where I know I caught him a little bit, so it's not like he's just totally smoking us right now. And congrats to him though. He's double my age basically and still kicking our butts. So I don't have not much more to say about that, but congrats to him. And I'd like to thank everyone that's behind me, my whole family, all the Jones and Roman motocross kids that come down. Hillview Motorsports, Shane at PR2, John Knowles at Scott, Jeff at MX Tire, all the guys at Dunlop, Fly. There's so many people that's behind it. I couldn't do it with all of them, and I thank everyone for being here with us.
There we go. Make some noise. 2nd place finisher, Steve Roman. All right, Moto Mike Brown making his way up. I'm going to grab my champ. Almost forgot. Mike Burkeen to your right-hand side. You can come on back here, or you can stay in the front, behind. You're the man. I'll let you decide. Mike Burkeen presenting you on your right-hand side with a number 1 plate right there. And make some noise for your champ, Mike Brown. Mike, got a little competition, man. These guys are inching up on you.
Oh, they were for sure. They're both going. Steve and Brad were on the gas, and track got choppier than I thought it was going to be for the, track working earlier. But no, it was an awesome race. It's always good to get out front early. If I would have got behind them guys, I'd have probably been back there with them battling. And luckily my KTM got me out of the gate there good and to the front early. But no, it's awesome being here. It's so many people every week. It's every year it gets bigger and bigger. You see more people. A lot of the older kids don't know who we are, which is great. But to be out here with these and young kids and these young 30-year-old guys, 35-year-old guys is awesome. And I can't say things enough for sure for being here. FXR, Brad and Andy. One of my riders, Casey's out here, Trimion and Dad, and all the Pro Circuit guys, Dunlop Tires, Andrew Langston for a great engine and Dunlop tires, but it's been a good week and long week. You know, I'm sure everybody's ready to get over with and go home safe, and you know, that's the main goal for starting last week, is to get out here safe and get back home.
Back home. Amen. Make some noise. Your champ, Mike Brown. We'll throw it back to you guys in the booth.
All righty, thanks a lot, Mikey Waynes. We are bearing witness to a barn burner. The top 4 ladies riders, the women 12+ class, right there in the camera view as we see first and second, about a second or so ahead of third and fourth. But man, things have really tightened up quite a bit. Kylie Stallings showing a wheel in here and there on the 183 of Brooke Whipple. The Whipple riding a very solid race so far here in Moto number 2. We're working on lap number 3 now, Jordan Jarvis.
We definitely are, and Brooke Whipple is holding Kylie Stallings up big time. Hannah Hodges is in third place. Oh, what a pass, and a little stuff in action right there from the number 21 of Kylie Stallings, who moves into first place and also allows Hannah Hodges to get by. So it's Kylie Stallings in first, Hannah Hodges second, Brooke Whipple third, and Katie Benson following very closely in fourth. We have another battle going between first and second again.
Yes, and they are getting ready to jump down to Gator Falls now, so it's a little different look to this one. Kylie Stallings, Hannah Hodges in the number 2 spot. Brooke Whipple's dropped back to third. Katie Benson in fourth as they make their drive out of the Gator pit now. Looks like Benson trying to make that pass on Whipple now as she pulls up side by side. They're all 4 top of the hill now in the hard left-hander, 180 degrees back and now down off the top of the hill.
And it looks like the number 28 of Katie Benson did get around the 183 of Brooke Whipple, so that now we really have all our front runners up front. Katie Benson was hooked on the back of Hannah Hodges for a while, and it looked like closed back up in that same corner that Hannah Hodges messed up in last time. Opened the gap up a little bit for Kylie Stallings, giving her a little bit of breathing room, but she can't get comfortable. There is probably, I'm going to say probably, what, a lap and a half? It's a 5-lap race, I think. Yeah, they got the white flag in hand over there, so this is going to be the white flag lap coming around. That's going to be a huge sense of urgency for the 172 of Hannah Hodges and the 28 of Katie Benson.
Well, a quick look at our top 10 after 3, working on 4. Stallings, Hodges, Whipple, Benson, Riveros in the number 5 spot. Brianna Sheltima is 6. Alicia Gago in 7. Shelby Rowland in 8th. Brinsley Diaz in the number 9 spot. And Cynthia McCowan in the number 10 position. That's after 3 laps of racing. And all eyes basically have been on these front 3-4 riders since the drop of the gate. They pretty much separated themselves from the rest of the pack and have been at it and waged an all-out war amongst the 4 since then. Now it's more 2x2 as Hodges is working on Kylie Stallings as we wrap up this 4th lap. The white flag is out. The gap between first and second with a 158.5 for Stallings that time, a 159.8, now 1.7 seconds. So Stallings establishing a little bit of dominance, though that might not be a whole lot of distance. That lap time certainly says a lot. Katie Benson is third with a 2-minute flat, .686. She's only 2.7 behind these riders ahead of her. And it's not to say that she might not have an opportunity to maybe reel in that second place position, especially if Hannah Hodges begins to rest on the laurels and say, I'm okay with second. But knowing Hannah Hodges, that's not going to happen.
Absolutely. I mean, hey, you never know. It's white flag. Anything can happen on white flag. You're pushing as hard as you can. Now, we just previously were in the section where it looked like Hannah Hodges was a little bit faster than Kylie Stallings. Now we're entering Kylie's, seems to be the better part of the track. It's right in the section right here. And I think Kylie looks very good right now. Hannah Hodges is definitely putting all she can on the track, trying to make something happen. And Katie Benson is doing the same. Obviously Katie wants to win, but second is better than third. So that's what Katie's aiming for right now.
Absolutely, and white flag will be turning to a checker when these riders make their way around. And I'll tell you, Stallings has certainly established that number 1 spot, that 158. If she's still on that pace, which she appears that she is very convincing to the rest of the racing world of what she's bringing to the racetrack when she steps out of her race van here in the upcoming 2023 season. Hodges, I'm sure we'll be preparing for that in the off season, so to speak, and when we see everyone back together again in the springtime in Daytona, it's going to be even more exciting.
Absolutely, and if I'm not mistaken, Kylie had some issues at Loretta's, which, you know, she didn't end up doing very well there due to those issues. It looks like she's feeling pretty good on the big bike.
Yeah, that right there.
Right now. And I think she's going to be spending a lot more time on the big bike, if not, you know, moving.